Actually, I'm gonna check my style really quick.
What channel are you on? I think I have like two of them
The
from you, don't I? I'm not
the
sure.
un, the Untamed Sap one just looks like the last link that I sent you on YouTube, and you should probably have it. Or just
Oh
type
yeah.
what backstyle is this? What is the name of this shit called? This is called yeah, cat plush backpack. That's what it was. I knew plush was inside of it.
Is that collections? Or is it
No,
just a style you bought from the vendor?
no, it was one of those things that cost like 25 marks or some shit from the Valentine's seasonal because they had a whole bunch of Ferris. What's the name? Not Ferris. They had a whole bunch of fair base items. So it was like they had like carousels slash these like little teacup type things with umbrellas or whatever. They had those. They had like different bumper cars. They had the little um strength test, like whenever you take the hammer and you swing down and hit the bell and then it goes up and hits the thing. They had those, and then for the styles, they had this little kitty backpack and they had some butterfly wings, if I remember
Damn, I
correctly.
need that kitty backpack. Fuck. I missed all the good stuff. The Flash fucking shirts. I could see it now.
That's like a whole bunch of people freaking wanted this fucking cat. All right, so you see, what's the name of it? You see how this is, right?
Where are you? Is that the first room where you walked
Yeah,
in?
yeah. This is the beginning of the
Oh, okay,
base.
you're at the door.
All right, so because this is where I got the idea in terms of like using the jaggeds inside of my base to cover the stairs and stuff was from this base. Because this base is like a maze, but I haven't been in here in a sec, so I have no idea how he's edited it. But I do remember the general direction in terms of getting through.
We got a little arrow in there. That's fucking neat.
Yeah. And it's just a giant bridge slash walkway. But it's like the way that he controls the movement through the base is fucking ridiculous. Because you can only go in a certain direction. So it's like you see the arrows here. Obviously, that's not gonna go anywhere. At least I don't think it is. No, this is just gonna be a dead end. This doesn't actually take you anywhere. You can't go anywhere from this direction. You have to go up. So you go up, go through a long ass hallway, come up here. Still can't do anything. You can either keep going around or you can jump down. I believe I'm supposed to jump down if I remember correctly. I can't remember. Yeah, I gotta jump down and
So those
then
things you're walking on are those fucking things you put on the wall? Like the thing that are covering your steps?
wait, where?
How when you're like real close to the ceiling elevator where you just jump down from? That shit you were walking on?
This is yeah. What's the name of it? These can go onto the wall. These are like jagged. These are
Yeah,
I
they
think
go on
I
the
think
wall, right?
yeah. That's like jagged debris wall if I remember right or whatever. So you can put
Jeez.
them anywhere. You can actually put them on the sides of upstairs. You can put them on the staircases as well. You can put them above the staircases in order to hide it. That's how I hide the one
Yeah,
going
I need
upstairs
those
inside
for
of
my
mine.
stairs, man, 'cause I
These
love
were
your steps.
because these are from the anniversary event or whatever. I was like, these were freaking amazing. It's like having these and then the broken pillars were like freaking amazing for customizing. What's the name of it? For like customizing bases with different
What are
elevations
they
and
called?
whatnot.
Jagged?
Yeah,
Jagged
jagged.
something?
Yeah, jagged. They haven't been inside of the broken fucking forever because I've been
Yeah, I don't
so
see any of them.
irritated trying to what's the name of it? Trying to get more in order to do stuff with my base, and it's been irritating because I haven't seen them because they're from the anniversary event, which is hella short, so not that many people actually got to farm it. But these broken pillars are from that, and then these are the dark stone walls. But then these broken pillars or whatever, these are from the ceiling or whatever. These are technically new. We don't have anything else that's like this either. And so you can go all the way around, and then once you're all the way around, you were supposed to go, here we go, through this doorway. Yeah, see, this is it right here. You can see it better here. You can just place it wherever you want to on the wall. It's actually really, really nice. And then you can come down here, go around. Now
Yeah,
this is
see, I
what I
need
now
them.
this I was like, now this is what I actually like. These are the stairs going downward from the other side, and then the stairs going down. We've actually looped around entirely after doing like 2 cycles. And then in this entire time, technically, my ceiling has been covered using those fucking jackets, so I can't
Yeah,
even
that's
see.
really cool.
Yeah,
I like how it's just big enough for your character too, in most spots.
that's what I'm saying. It forces your direction, and it feels cramped as shit. It feels like a fucking like maze, like where the fuck am I going type of deal.
Yeah, like you lost in there.
And then it's just like, okay, so I gotta come up here, and then where the fuck do I go? Go over here, okay. Then I can come down, okay. Fuck, shit, I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Okay, so then this goes, okay, and then I can come up through here, go down here. What the fuck?
I'm fucking lost. I don't even know where you are anymore. I know
I'm
you're
lost
downstairs somewhere, I think.
I think it's just like so you can legitly get fucking lost, and it's just like, okay, I'm back. I'm going up somewhere. Okay, there we go. I'm back. I'm whatever. I'm back toward the entrance way. Okay, so this is the cool part. So I have looped all the way around. Now keep in mind, I just came up here. Guess where I'm at now? Whenever I was pointing
Oh,
out that
you're
the
over
jackets
the
were,
steps going
I'm
down to the basement.
yeah.
Yo, that's
I'm
nuts.
not now. I'm going back on top of it now in order to get back. And this is more jaggeds here or whatever. He made a little staircase using these actually, which is hella cool. And then you can come back, and then he just has that little mini decorations. But I'm pretty sure his base items are all full in terms of constructing this, to where he probably doesn't have the room in order to actually put up decorations. But then remember how you had the long maze on the other side? This is the other half of it, or whatever. The hallway that's in the middle is actually split. Half of it is going inside, and then the other half is just this long pathway back on the other end of it, and you can go all the way back around to the beginning. And then you would have the what's the name of the teleporter in order to leave. But then this is the what's the name? This is the beginning of the base here. This was the giant bridge that I went on originally.
This
But I
guy
was just
must have
like,
been so mind fucked when he was trying to make this base, getting lost in it and shit.
But I was like, this was like next level like movement. Like I had never seen a base that had controlled your movement as well as this base. This base was amazing.
Yo, that's a killer base. It's like so simple, but like just how you walk through it is awesome.
I'm trying to think, are there any other bases that I can think of? Guess I can't think. I can't think of any others. Because I think all the rest of them are technically under an old hero tune that I had deleted. I don't think I have permission anymore. But what was I about to say? Oh, technically I can show you something though. But wait, did I ever show you my Sable International recall?
I think so.
Okay,
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
hold up.
All I know is, man, like
Wait, do I
I
not
need more
have?
base items, man.
Do I not have
I
permission
have,
to my own damn base? To my own damn legal? Oh my god, I never gave myself permission. That is fucking annoying.
I have
Uh,
one
hold
base
up.
item left.
Hold up, let me switch. Hold up. Do, 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 do. Okay, let me see if I can go. Because one of my friends has OCD, so I need to go through and I need to actually fix this leak hole later, but I have no idea how to, unless I decide to change the design of it completely, because it's going to require extra base items in order to do it. Because I wanted to go for like a university slash research center type deal. I think this is the right direction to be going up. Because I have the mystery archers here at the very beginning. As I know, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mystery Arch is there. Come up. Okay, no, this is the wrong side because I wanted to show the what is it? I gotta get another one of these fucking dinosaurs because I like the dinosaurs. The fucking dinosaur bone is fucking amazing. But then I wanted to have these, but then I need to go through it. I need to put something in between these in order to get rid of that. But then this was supposed to be like a giant opening in terms of like maybe like the beginning of like a college campus or something along those lines. Like I wish I had more base items so I could put like grass over here because I was imagining having this like entirely grassed out and then coming inside of it.
That would be
So
real
it's
cool.
yeah, so it would be like an institution, especially if I could put a roof here, but I can't.
I
So
can't believe that's such a big room and they fuck you on the base on it. So you got 75 or something like that you can put in there.
I think it's like 80, I think, or whatever, and then it's like
Something,
30 for these
something
little
shitty.
small. Yeah, but then it's like this, and then this area is the part where it starts to get annoying because these little hallways are gonna end up having what's the name of it? They're gonna end up having grass in between them, so it's gonna be like parts. They're gonna have like wooden benches and whatnot. So you're gonna have like four grassed areas in between it. The issue is just that the I gotta put this the library doorway is from above or whatever because that's the problem inside of the main hallways is that there's no way to I gotta put this there's no way to make it even because like say for example like actually I can go inside of decorate mode so you can see exactly what I'm talking about because it's like say for example this right here this would end up causing problems for a person with a fucking OCD having the roofs not be aligned but as soon as I make the fucking roofs align the fucking bottoms don't.
You know what you need to do? You need to get one of those square pillars and just jam it in the corner of those.
You said there's a square pillar where
There's I forget what they're called. They're something pillar, and they're like a small pillar, and they have like a square top and bottom on them, but they're like a round pillar, but square top and bottom, and you could like jam it in that corner.
because I
It
was
might
like
look all right. I don't know
wait are
the
you talking
height on
about
them though.
wait are you talking about these or are you talking about something else?
Um,
Because I know these, and
Wait for it
I
to
know
catch up.
and I know the Art Deco, and I know the Art Deco column.
Oh
But
yeah, it
the
might
Art
be
Deco
them I'm
column is
thinking
shit.
of.
But
You
then,
know, those are too tall though, aren't they?
they're not too tall. But hold on. How could I? Well, yeah, I'm technically a 79 out of 100, but it's like I'd have to go through and do something like that. But it's a different shade. It doesn't look right. It doesn't match the roof. Like even if I was to even if I was to get it to
Oh
match
yeah, it
the
doesn't
fucking
match.
yeah, the color doesn't
That
go with
drives
it.
me crazy.
Yeah, it would look nice though if the top was white though. That would actually
Yeah,
like
'cause it
match
fits in there
perfectly.
pretty decent.
Yeah, that's actually halfway decent, and that looks nice. But it just doesn't do that because it's just like I just have a whole bunch of those little awkward corners because I'm trying to make it look nice from the ground. Like from the ground, everything looks good. It's just only whenever you go from to the above that you get the fucking OCD and you see all the uneven corners and that irritates me. Like I wish that the roofs of these didn't come outward. I wish it was just straight up. If it was straight up, I wouldn't have this problem. Because then I could just go through and I could just overlap it and there wouldn't be a problem. But because they have ceilings, it causes that fucking OCD and then you end up with issues. But then low key, I actually kind of like how it looks from above, but that's just me. That's that. But like, I was like, I'm a organized chaos type of person, so it's like even though I see imperfected corners, I still like the overall look of how it
Yeah, I
is.
think it looks pretty good. With grass though, oh man, that would look beast.
Yeah, but we gotta wait for them to go through and actually update it in order for me to be able to go through and do this. Otherwise, there's that, and then I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do with these damn hallways because I still have some extra paintings and portraits in here. But I was like, I don't know if I want to turn this into a fucking reception area or if I just want to have a bunch of paintings or what. Still have to go through and get all the fucking League statues, but that's gonna be a problem. And then this, I don't know what I'm gonna do here because I said before I do have the OCD problem in order to actually fix, but then I still have to finish all the fucking grasses, which not thinking about it, I probably should have did, but I think I have like 30 or 40 Firefly grass patches I think sitting inside of my bank on silver, so I'll just sell the Firefly grass patches and I'll probably just see if I can find somebody who's been hoarding the regular grass patches in order to go through and do this, just because I think the Fireflies are slightly smaller. But I have those, and then what else was I doing?
Oh, I
There's
just
one
found a
other.
beast base item that I'm gonna put in my base.
And I had these down here. There was one other corner I had fucking decorated. No, this was headed toward the dorm. What's the name of it? So how can I put this? The fucking sheds that I used to make the village. I was originally using them here because I had the municipal building walls that I had put in between here, and so I wanted this to be like a college apartment type of deal in terms of looking inside of the hallway. And then down here, I was going to end up having to see if I can make like a dean's house because it was supposed to be fucking college theme. You can ignore this. This was obviously the setup that we had beforehand for testing. But I wanted to put like a dean's office inside of the sparring targets. Well, sorry, not a dean's office, like a dean's house. I wanted to have like a gated mansion, but no idea how I'm gonna end up pulling that out. Obviously, gonna need to do extensive research on fucking base items.
You know, if
Yeah,
you keep that whole theme up though, and then once you get it all decorated, that'll be really cool looking.
yeah. And then I gotta come down here, and then this is my fucking prized fucking possession. I fucking love the damn Argus containment field. It looks so fucking amazing. I'm just waiting for it to fucking catch up and you see it.
Oh no, I like that. That was a
Mm-hmm.
good idea.
Mm-hmm. Because like the ball on the inside doesn't even look like that, but the Argus containment field makes it look like that's what makes it look nice. Like if I remove it, then let me. Oh, what's the name of it? Let me know whenever you can see what it looks like when I've moved the Argus to the side.
Oh yeah, I can see now.
Yeah, but then if I remove it, it fucking looks amazing now. Like I don't know why it fucking does that, but it looks fucking amazing. And then on the inside, I was just gonna have fucking library bookcases with the fucking fire. So I
Those
wanted this to be like a
fucking
research ring.
fire things, whatever they are, the Brazier's lit or whatever the fuck they're called.
That
What are
was
those
nice.
things?
Yeah,
I'm
brazier
I'm gonna
lit.
put some of them in my base. I know I have some.
They're
Like
made.
light up some pathways.
Yeah, they're like hella cheap inside of the fucking broker. They're relatively common. These fucking sigils were a pain in the ass to get though. These sigils and these damn mystery bookcases, like extreme fucking pain in the ass. And the sigils you can't actually walk past these or whatever. These are actually solid, so you can actually use them as like boundaries for different things. And so this was just gonna be like not like a library, but like I guess you could say like study areas or whatever. I was gonna turn this like this was supposed to be obviously be like a research room with all the libraries, and then I was gonna have different like decorations on the inside in terms of having the study areas here, then little lounge portraits and shit. But then down here, I wanted this to be an entire outside garden. I wanted to have all of this shit fucking grassed out originally or whatever. I might end up having to do fog instead or whatever, but I was gonna end up having all of this fucking grassed out to have this be like a fucking like park slash library type area. And then this is what I meant by in terms of it being like a block off because now this becomes like a what like a not a decoration but they're inside of museums. What do they call it? Displays? I feel like there's a word I'm missing. I can't fucking think of it, but it basically becomes like a fucking display. Whenever you come in and you're walking, you can see it, but you can't touch it or whatever. And this is basically like a recreation of the duel. Whenever you have the what's the name of the King Throne and then the Shazam pillars in the background. But originally, technically, all of this was supposed to be fucking grassed out, and then I needed like one more mysterious bookcase to actually bring it over to the end. But it's whatever. And then I technically had the sigils over here in order just to block that off.
Ooh, you know, I should put some of those cherry blossom stuff in my base. You know, like in one room,
You don't have
make it a fucking pink room.
wait. You don't have cherry blossoms? I figured out of all the fucking trees you would have had at least one or two
I
cherries.
have some, but I just never updated my base to put any of them in. I'd like to make like a corner or a section out of those.
Yeah, you definitely gotta update those.
How about
Wait,
the Crown of Thorns portal? Can you walk through that base item, or is that like, gonna be a solid wall?
no, it's a what's the name of it? It's a solid wall. Hold on, let me I think I have it inside of one of my other bases. Let me see if Sab has permission. Like I think Sab should have permission to my old league halls because I sold my old league halls, but I should still have permission to them. Should. Uh, Let me see. Let me scroll all the way down. Fully circular. Wait, you haven't seen any of my old league halls, have you?
I've seen one of them before. I just don't know which one it was.
Yeah, hold up. Let me think. What was the?
Oh, I have firefly grass patches.
Because we were talking about. Because what were we? What were we doing? What was the? Oh, that was the Harry Potter one. Okay, so okay, let me go to. I'll just let me go to 24 Hour Star Reborn first. This is the very first league hall that I decorated. I'm just gonna go in order, and then I'll thinking in the meantime about which of my tunes has permission to one of my latest ones. I technically have quite a few, but this was technically the first league hall that I designed, and I sold it a few months back, but I obviously still have permission. So this one was actually very basic. So I had like a park up here, and I actually have like I think it was like 10 fucking Ticos that I had added to this shit or whatever. Genuine statues, whole bunch of rain. Obviously had the fucking statues at the time period, and then the cherry blossoms, and then I
What's
just had
that
like a little.
Batman statue? I never saw that before.
This was a limited time edition. I was selling these for like 10 million until the fucking broker a few days ago. These are from a there was a Batman event, and so they gave out a shitload of posters, and then they had like a Batman 4 base item, and then they had like a shelf base item of Batman if I remember right. So it's just one of those fucking things that they fucking gave away, and because I have so many fucking alt accounts, I had a whole bunch of them. So I just threw one on this one just to throw him in there. And then this was just rain and a whole bunch of these little vernals. And then this was the archway that I actually really liked because I liked how the rain looked from whenever you're going in because it looks like the entire room is fucking raining even when it's not.
Oh yeah, that's neat looking.
Yeah. And then this was just a clip between the I think it was a venereal statue and then the spiked plants. And then I had like a little like a symbolic, I guess you could say, prison for Superwoman that was there. And then I'm actually just gonna go straight back first because this was the sushi slash park area with all of my fucking ticos. This was one of my first creations in terms of actually clipping things together was the sushi aquarium place. So what's the name of it? This actually looks like the knife that they normally end up what's the name of it? What is it? Cutting seafood with. But then also back here, you would end up having my tickles just destroyed everything. Damn. God bless. But yeah, you just like you could see the shark and you could see the fucking what's the name of it? The guys cutting the fucking meat. And then this is
That's a
technically a
lot of
gorgon. Oh,
cats.
yeah, it was fucking symbolic or whatever. I had fucking 8 fucking ticos I think inside of this room. I think it was 8 ticos inside of here and then 2 ticos inside of the fucking first room. But then it was the Gorgon the aquariums with the Gorgon altars and the fucking Olympians fucking clipped together basically made it look like the aquarium was on fire on the inside or whatever and it actually looked kind of cool from the what's the name of it from the beginning. But then moving on, we have the I think this is toward the Iceberg Lounge. So this was supposed to be like a receptionist area. This is actually like the Art Deco sofa turned around because I liked how the outside of it actually looked. Like it actually looks like a receptionist desk.
Oh yeah, it really does.
And then these are obviously the bodyguards, and then I will have like a little clock over there on the side, little nice little fancy display case, little waiting bench, and a little fireplace there. But then this was the fucking iceberg lounge, and I like this, the fucking flash emblem that I was able to clip with I think the window to Gotham's. I liked how that looked, and then the Art Deco window designs I actually really liked or whatever. So I started making like weird patterns with them, and it actually like looked like really fucking luxurious. Like if I could actually do that instead of an entire base, it would actually like I think that would actually look cool as fuck if you ever could get that many base items. Like if they ever up it to like 1,000 base items, I'm probably low key gonna use fucking Art Deco conference windows all over the fucking wall.
Yo, 1,000 base items would be amazing.
Yeah, and then I had the romantic canopies all on the top just for a nice little like a nice little added touch that was relatively simple. These Arkham gates cost me a fucking grip at the fucking time. And then this was the first design that people actually really fucking liked was the fucking the icy window villages slash fucking trees that I turned into a spiral. I was
Oh
just
yeah, that's cool.
and then come through here, whole bunch of random penguin totems. And this was the first bar that I made. Now this was supposed to look like an Aztec mask or whatever. Like if you've ever seen like one of the like little Mayan movies and they have like the fucking exotic headdresses, that's what that is supposed to be. But then obviously I collected all of the lantern emblems, and then this was a what's the name? This was a rip from the Entitled League Hall in terms of setting up the base, and then just a whole bunch of pool items slash bars and base items. This was a clip from I think I smoked too much for 20's base or whatever, where he combined the exabyte tracking with the roulette table to actually like it actually combined perfectly because the little
Oh
spinning
yeah,
disc
I
ends
really
up right
like
there.
that. That looks cool.
Yeah,
That's a really good idea.
because that was good. And then go to the other side where the theater was at. Do. Well, actually, well, yeah. Let me go slowly through here because at the Flash Museum thing is there. But then I had the marquee that you can actually place up there. But then this took me a second in order to go through and actually create this because this is like fucking like I think like 4 items overlapping each other in order to actually make this type of fucking display because I wanted to get these type of etched designs like this, but then I also wanted to have a fucking gate on each side with the fucking clocks and then the theater doors opening, and then you would come inside to the theater, and then these were supposed to be like one of those like little toys that like you put like a coin inside and then you get to ride inside of the fucking ship. Like it was supposed to be that. Then you obviously have the movie posters, speed treadmill, and then you would come in here in order to come up, get your food, blah blah blah, sundial in the back, and then the theater will actually be here. And then I was using this as a fucking projector, like having it be like a flash version of a projector, so to speak. And then I have my little popcorn machine over here on the side. But this was like a little mini theater. And then down here was my fucking sanctuary, obviously, where all the fucking parsing took place. And I actually really liked the fucking what's the name of it? The fucking the what's the name the window to Gotham's being on the fucking window. Cause like just from this perspective to have the fucking giant statues, the Mayan headdress, and then the fucking riddled like to me this was an amazing screenshot to technically be like this gave me a good fucking atmosphere. Like I felt like a solitude slash a sanctuary type fucking vibe whenever I was here at this camera
I
angle.
like it.
But I like that, and then I also like clipping these. These are like the little Atlantean oxygen tanks. I clipped these instead of the fucking dividers because I actually liked how it looked because it made it like, well, obviously fucking glow from a fucking distance. So it was like lighting the path for if I ever wanted to make like a maze or something doing this. But
It just makes it look different too.
but yeah, this was the first. This was the very first lead card that I ever made, and then next one I'm gonna show is fully circular, and that one is full Atlantean, well mostly Atlantean and winter. What's the name of it? And winter base items. If I remember correctly, um, that one I was just mostly experimenting with different, I guess you could say patterns or whatever, like things that I could, what's the name of it? Things that I could replicate and still have it, I guess you could say, look nice. It's weird. You'll understand whenever you see it, but eh. And then I think I have to go. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to go to the hero side in order to fucking get permission to my Harry Potter league hall. But this is the fucking Atlantis one. So started off with the Eye of Gemini's and then the crystal, just a few little cancer things. But then in here, this is whenever you start to see some of the fucking winter base items. And so I just wanted to have just some type of display slash pattern in regards to the fucking sharks and the fucking fountains and the statues, just to have something here. But I also wanted to have this little like rainbow path with the Eye of Gemini, so it looks like a little like rainbow pathway going inside. This was just bullshit or whatever in terms of just random fucking things. But then this I actually really liked because this gave you a sense of like some type of like treasury slash prize, so to speak. Like I just really liked how this was. And
Yeah, I
then
really like those the Atlantean, whatever those fucking things are called.
yeah, and
The
then
little purple
this
crystals on them.
yeah, and then this looks like a little fucking creature because the eyeball is obviously the fucking eye of Gemini, but if you put it inside, it looks like a little sea crab creature with his fucking eye moving. Like it's
Yeah, it
actually,
does.
but I really like that. And then this going into the back was one of my, I fucking love the damn sharks. But going into the back was actually the first time that I fucking fell in love. I love the goddamn waterfalls. The fucking waterfalls are fucking amazing. Those with the fucking sea beast relief. I love those fucking base items, and I was like, if I could, like, whenever I first started fucking decorating this fucking room, and I wanted to have like a frozen fucking throne room, like I knew that I was gonna want to eventually do an entire wall full of those damn waterfalls, and so I actually went through and did it on each of these sides. So let me go through these, and you'll see how many fucking waterfalls I obviously had to farm in order to fucking do this. But it looks like a frozen slash watery fucking like wonderland. Like there's
Yeah, those
so.
waterfalls are pretty beast.
Hmm. Then I had these, and then I had to buy a whole bunch of fucking splash packs in order to fucking get all the sharks and shit in order to match. But then down here is my fucking prior's library. This is the first library that I ever fucking completed. You do not want to know how long it took me to farm this shit in order to actually get all of these damn bookcases. Like this was,
Holy shit.
yeah, because this was before we actually had the ones from the Justice League Dark. So I was like, this is the only like full bookcase or whatever, whatever in the games. I was like, I'll just stack a whole bunch of them. But then putting these in the corners actually looked really fucking cool. Though whenever you use them in order to cover it, like if you're inside and you're just like walking around and you just see that as like an edge decoration, it actually fucking looks nice. But I digress.
That's a lot of bookcases.
We took way too long in order to fucking farm that shit. Way too long. And then on the other side, it was similar. Also another, what's the name of it? More things, but you can't put any base items inside of here, which they need to fucking fix or whatever inside of the little side things. But still, more waterfalls, more. But instead of sharks, this one actually had jellyfish on this side. And then, if I remember right, this should be the cross pattern down here, if I remember correctly. Yes, I had the statues there, statues around it, but then I also had the thing here. So this was supposed to be like a marriage sized church symbolism here. So you would have the cross from above using the eye of Gemini's and the purple. What's the name of it? And the purple crystals. But then you would be surrounded by a council of Zeus and Athena. But then you would have Owlman and Superwoman here in terms of being judged. And then these are the crown of thorn portals or whatever that you were talking about. You actually can't go through these, but I did decide to use them here because obviously the inmates could be inside of a different dimension, so to speak. So it was something that you could go through and do. You can throw them on each of the things. I never got around to actually doing it for this side, but I had planned to. But that's this base. I also really like these these fucking cancer. What's the name of these fucking little cancer statues with the Eye of Gemini? It's like the pearl looks nice with the fucking yellow, like especially with the gold. Like it's just a nice like little, I guess you could say complementary color
Yeah,
scheme.
they complement each other nice. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, and then let me see if I can find my Harry Potter leak hole. Uh, do, 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 do. Preamble. Well, actually, I think Kid Mihawk should actually have permission. I think. I'm hoping Kid Mihawk has permission. Base tracking all the way down, and Sable International House of. Yep, I do have permission. Bet. Okay, so Kid Mihawk does have permission to my Harry Potter leak hole. Bet. Uh, so this was the very, very last one that I had made that I believe Chill actually liked this one, whatever. He recorded one of his videos inside of it. Uh, there we go. Empty Shadows, Platform 9 and 3 Quarks. You have seen Harry Potter, right?
I've definitely seen one of them, but bro, my memory. Mm.
Okay. So I'll just point out the references just in case, because technically there's references from several of the movies. So the very very first movie of the what's the name of it, the Sorcerer's Stone, there was a what's the name of it, there was a chess board or whatever with wizard chess pieces, and so I decided to go through and make a chess board using the different statues inside of the game, and then inside of the movie there were actually flames surrounding the chessboard, so I went through and did the fire pits behind it, well beside it, and then the Gorgon flames in the back in order to do it. But technically, this is a chessboard inside of the introductory room.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely see that.
And I don't know why this dark stone wall is gone. This was here. I'm assuming he must have removed it and put it somewhere else, and then was just gonna replace it later. But technically, that's obviously supposed to be there. But there's the what's the name of it? These little Venus flytraps were technically supposed to be my reference to there was I think it was called Devil's Snare, but it was basically a plant that would like wrap itself around you or whatever. It would be like a giant jumbled garden type of deal, and it would basically trap you, and it would basically be like a plant version of quicksand. And if you struggled and panicked and whatnot, it would actually kill you. But if you actually relaxed, you would actually slide underneath to a different place. It was weird, but that was cool. And then you actually had it was like flying keys. You had keys with wings on it, but we don't have anything even close to resembling that, so I just did bats as the next closest reference that I could do. But then this was my first I guess you could say like official maze that I ended up designing. um, so let me just go to the above view, but I had fog all throughout it, and as you can see, it's very somewhat kind of thorough. Like I actually had several people do fucking test runs just to see if my um, counter intuitive in terms of fucking pathing was fucking correct. And I think there was only like one person who actually got through it easily. He was able to guess my thinking. But then this was the port key, because the maze was a reference to the fourth movie, the Goblet of Fire. And so the port key is basically an item that whenever you pick it up, it ends up teleporting you to a different location. So the port key is obviously there at the end of the maze, and it teleports you up here. And inside of the movie, it teleported you to a graveyard where the villain ended up being revived. And so these were the two main characters of the movie that ended up being teleported. And then this was like a little pot where what's the name of it? Where Voldemort, who was basically on the brink of death was actually being revived, and like he had like a grim reaper that was actually behind the cauldron that he was inside of, and so I put that there as the closest thing. We don't have a grim reaper statue, unfortunately. I think that would actually be kind of cool. But then this you should definitely recognize or whatever, because I'm pretty sure inside of every Harry Potter movie there has been a Quidditch field. So this was my fucking Quidditch field that I went through and designed. Obviously, you have the broomsticks and you have the players, and then you also have the hoops or whatever that you end up having to throw the quaffle ball, etc. through. And then these, what's the name? These little golden things. These actually look like the actual scorecards. What's the name of it? Slash display screens or whatever for like the zoom ins of the fucking players whenever it happened. But I fucking loved creating this, and then it even like we even had like a little chess item or whatever at the game. I don't even know where the fuck this is from, but this is fucking perfect because it looks just like the trunk that all of the Quidditch balls are inside of, and then you would have the referee here with the captains shaking hands and whatnot before it actually started. But
Listen, I just put the Crown of Thorns fucking thing up where my teleporter is, and that's amazing because you're going through it when you hit the teleporter,
uh-huh.
and it
Cause
works
that's
out great with the vines that I have at my base.
like somebody posted like a Laura Croft video or whatever, and they were using the Crown of Thorns portal as a teleporter. Like every so often or whatever, I'll see somebody post a fucking base video inside a gameplay discussion, and what's the name of it? It'll actually be really really fucking good. But that is the one thing that I did fucking hate about these base items. So like, do you see the what's the name of it? Do you see how the grass looks from here?
Yeah, you could see the actual shapes of it sometimes.
Yeah, it's really really bad whenever you actually go up from above. I fucking hate that. I don't know why they can't do regular shapes for what's the name of it for items or whatever and just make it squares. I don't understand why it has to be a circle. That irritates the hell out of me. Because there's that, and then it's also a problem with the fucking fog in addition to the base item limit. But, I digress. This is just a hallway with trees. This is supposed to be a chamber of secrets reference. I'm not even going to take the time to explain it. Now, this was technically my hut here. So the dark stone walls and the cherry blossom actually look nice, really like here or whatever in terms of the fucking grass. This actually looks like a nice, like little stroll through the park type of deal. Do 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 do.
I
But
like
then,
that. That's cool.
but then this was supposed to be Hagrid's hut, and it did not quite turn out like I fucking originally thought because I was trying to find something that I could use to make a roof, and these resonating spires were the closest thing that I could fucking think of. But I would technically need more of them than what I had, and they had clipping issues. So say if I wanted to get this little yellow slash orangish part, the part that was glowing, to be right on top of this, then the fucking base of it or whatever that ends up sticking out would end up being on the outside of the fucking wall, which would end up covering up the fucking windows. So I was like, once I had even taken the time in order to collect all the resonating spires in order to finish fucking making it, I was like, well, fuck, this doesn't look exactly what I fucking wanted. I was like, god damn it. Because originally I actually liked it from the fucking beginning because the fucking cabanas were clipping through the fucking wall perfectly or whatever in terms of like how I wanted to have straw be on the fucking side of the fucking house, and then the fucking windows actually looked halfway decent whenever you clipped the laboratory shit. But this did not end up like the way that I originally fucking expected, and it fucking pissed me off. But I was just like, sometimes you have to go through and spend money to take risks to see if you can do shit. So that was just an investment or whatever to just to learn to take things one step at a time before going through and doing it. And then this was my favorite room. This was the Great Dining Hall, which I'm sure you've probably seen because it's inside of every single Harry Potter movie. So you have all the tables with food on them from the spindrift or whatever, just clipping it over the tables. But then also I have the orchestra over here. So each of these with a terracotta person going through and obviously playing them. There's the piano, and then there's the organ that actually plays music. And if I remember correctly, it also it summons every single Boo family pet Boo inside of the what's the name of it inside of the entire place. I have like 6 to 8 of them if I remember right that are randomly teleporting in inside of the rooms. That's the one thing I love about that base item is that it teleports on its own randomly to different places. But that was there, and then I also have a train. So this is obviously one of the fucking half base items, and then this was the boiler. I think a mist container, but then I had the giant diesel generators with the what is it, the laboratory cabinets or whatever the fuck these is, fucking pharmaceutical something or whatever. And if you actually clip them together, it actually makes it look like it's a fucking train. Because then you even have the fucking little staircases in order to board onto the train. They look like windows, and then they're also like compartmentalized because the fucking diesel generators have like the little end part that you can actually clip into each other, so it looks like an actual train. Do 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 do. Here's the Whomping Willow. This was the classroom. That was a movie reference. Now this was the first time that I ever got irritated and realized that there's a difference between doing things for decoration and doing things for practicals in terms of testing. Because this looks nice and was supposed to be a reference to the Goblet of Fire whenever they had a dragon trial and they had to end up, what's the name of it? There would be a dragon that would be tasked with protecting an egg, and so the 3 or 4 champions would have to go through and try to get the egg from the dragon. And so that's what this was supposed to be a reference to. The problem is that this is not actually good for fucking Spartan target testing because there's so many base items nearby that it's constantly fucking triggering ones. Which is fucking annoying, and that pissed me off. I was like, God damn it, I can't fucking parse inside of this league hall. Because that was the thing, whenever I was first creating loadouts, I used to like parsing inside of my own league hall because I would never have to worry about somebody else coming in and randomly seeing what I was up to. And then this was the reference to the fourth movie as well. This was a different trial. This was like a water trial where they had to go into the ocean to rescue somebody, to rescue a female that had been taken, and then they had these like little fucking octopus squid monsters that would actually end up fucking chasing them, and like ripping their flesh, shit like that or whatever. So this was actually perfect because that trial ended with Harry with the girl shooting up through the water, but the squids and whatnot were right after them. So the barnacles on the floor was like actually like a perfect movie reference, and then obviously Harry carrying the fucking girl is going to be here, and then you would have the water and the clouds, and then the people that were inside of the stands watching it would obviously have their seats. But then I also found out about these fucking bleachers up here or whatever. I was like, this is the closest thing that I could think of to making bleachers. We don't have bleachers inside of this game yet, but I was like, this is the next best thing would be to go through and put these on the ceiling. But I was like, they really do need to go through and make a whole bunch of like common base items though. I feel like that should be a fucking update within the next fucking 2 years probably. Just to go through and just add a whole bunch of like just fucking like more common base items of just basic shit that I feel that people will want. Dude. I also like these windows. These windows are fucking lit. These fucking red
Yeah, you did
dotted
a good
windows.
job on that shit.
Yeah. So much fucking work to go through and do this fucking months of fucking what's the name of it, a fucking farm and shit in order to fucking make these damn league halls. They look so fucking nice. Especially getting all these damn dark stones. Like, bro, this cost me a fucking grip buying all of these shits. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, it takes a long time to fucking do some base stuff.
Nah, cause I was like, cause after I went through and I decorated all these fucking league halls, I was like, I already had plenty of fucking practice in terms of like different ideas and concepts and creativity, and by then I had already made friends that were decorating bases, so I had a whole bunch of different stuff that I could put inside of my base. And let me switch. Do. Do.
That nigga's ass.
And as soon as I sign in, first thing I hear is a lead chat, these niggas ass. Like, that's DC for you. I can see somebody coming back to the game, and that's the first thing that they hear. They're like, "Whoop, I'm uninstalling again." Like, oh god. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, see, these are the little like jagged things. Like, actually, let me go inside of decorator mode so you can see it. As soon as I get through this hallway, I can go inside of movement to decorator mode. For a second, I was wondering why I was only at fucking 493 instead of 500, but I forgot I deleted the items from upstairs. So, yeah, see, this is the little jagged wall, and then I can just move it wherever I want to, or whatever, turn the angle of it, etc., in order to fit it in. So it's just like it's just literally a whole bunch of them stacked up along the wall, and then the broken pillars that are what's the name of it? There's actually like three broken pillar types. There's one that's on the ceiling, which is obviously up here, but then there's also a broken pillar wall that can go on the side, and that's how I was able to go through and do these. Like these are broken pillar walls. These are attached to the side of the little pole thingy that's there in order to actually cover that up. There you can have the ceiling one, you can have the wall one that you can put on the like side of this little ridge thing. You can actually place it there and get it in the middle, and then there's the floor one, so you can actually have it reach from the ceiling all the way down to the what's the name of it? All the way down to the floor. But I went through and put them on the side of the staircase in order to actually cover it up, so the staircase is completely covered besides that little bitty crack right there. But you can barely see it, and most people aren't going to be at an angle. And then since the underside of it I technically cannot cover, I just put a locker here because it's somewhat the same color as something that fucking blends in, and it ends up covering up enough of it in order to not be able to see it. But that's there, and then I also used it here too in order to cover up the stairs. The stairs are technically below this or whatever. I just went through and just put these straight across with the Titan's door in order to just block that off completely to where you couldn't see it. But it's useful there, and then I also had it protruding from the what's the name of it, from the wall in order to help cover up like this or whatever, because you could occasionally see like the little holes. Like, how can I put this? The broken pillar walls don't go all the way to the actual support beam, so I actually had to put these little jaggeds here in order to actually cover that up. Otherwise, you would be able to go through and see it. So let me actually, yeah, or whatever. You would be able to see, like, say, like the side of the fucking support beam, and I didn't want the support beams to be fucking visible, so I had to go through and put the jaggeds there on the side of it in order to be able to actually do it. And so it's just like all of these are just jagged pillars. These are jaggeds. These are jaggeds. There's
That's a
also
lot of base items.
yeah, there was a whole bunch.
How much did they cost in the vendor? Were they
Like
cheap?
6. Yeah, they were like 6.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, and then I can also use them here too, cause like you could also like I had like a spiral staircase. So like say if I place a jagged, like I could place a jagged here, like where the custom furniture sign is. I can place a jagged there, and then a jagged here on this pillar at this angle right here, like like this, and then place another one here, and then place another one like here, and then I would have like a staircase that you could like walk down using the fucking jaggeds. Like if I wanted to, I could place a jagged here and then all on these walls, and I could make an actual like stepping case or whatever, stepping staircase like downstairs if I wanted to. You can actually do a whole bunch of cool stuff with the fucking jaggeds because there's technically walls everywhere. Like I can technically put a jagged on the what is it? I can put a jagged on this portion right here, which I don't think I actually have any left if I remember right. Actually, no, I do have one left. I can actually put one here too if I want to. I can put one here and then I can obviously turn it to the side or slightly up, whatever I want to do. But it's like I used to have jaggeds all throughout the top of my base to where you could basically parkour and jump everywhere. Like I used to have like random jaggeds along these walls, and so like you could like go from the staircase, hop up here, hop over, hop over, hop over, hop down, or then hop over here. Like you could go everywhere inside of this main area, just hopping outside of fucking movement speed without touching the fucking floor because I had a jagged somewhere for you to jump to. Like, it was actually really fucking cool. Like, I love the fucking jagged base items. They're so fucking amazing. Like, the jagged and the fucking broken pillar were like two of my favorite base items for fucking like creativity purposes, and the fucking breakthrough window's probably my favorite visually because I don't think we've ever had something we can put on the wall like that was this big and was animated at the same time.
I'm gonna be going nuts on them next time when this shit comes around.
Yeah, because I like that, and then I also like this design or whatever. I don't know if you actually caught this. Did you catch this clip?
Oh, is that a Lex Luthor window
Hmm?
over that other thing?
It's the Lex Luthor bookcase over the breakthrough window. And for some reason, instead of being inside of 3D, it looks like it's single target. It looks like it's printed on top of it, but it also looks like a
Yeah, that's
targeting
neat.
cursor. Because I went through and found it by accident here or whatever. Because originally I had bookcases on top of this, and so I had targeting cursors on both of these. But then I ended up finding the fucking helicopter base item, and I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna go through and I'm just gonna have fucking like helicopters crashing into the side of the fucking building, and then I'll have the Brainiac pods. What's the name of it here as well? These are fucking amazing. Like, never thought they would actually add this to the fucking game. Like, they should have did this fucking DLCs ago. Like, that would have
You
been
would
like,
have thought too, you know.
yeah, because it's just like that would have been perfect to fucking release with the fucking DLC. That's what they need to fucking do. They need to fucking release DLCs, but then they need to release like base item packs that correspond to their DLC. Like, I think that would actually be good. Like, I think they probably low key could have actually made some money at the beginning if they would have sold the library walls or whatever. As an example, the library walls and library doors and like the containment Argus fields, if they would have had a base item pack, there are probably people that would have bought that instead of farming it out or waiting for the price to drop. Because like some of those items are just really, really fucking good. There's that, and then and then even after the fucking seasonal end, they could go through and they could actually leave some of the seasonal items inside of the fucking marketplace, or at least like have it to where like the marketplace sells the seasonal base items for maybe like a month after the seasonal goes away. So like say the anniversary event is inside of January. So all of February you would be able to still buy some of the base items from the anniversary event inside of the marketplace, but then it would go away afterward. Just so if you weren't able to farm it, at least you could spend money the next month and still be able to squeeze out a few more base items if you wanted to. But then obviously would I'd probably say that they probably shouldn't be tradable or whatever if they are gonna be inside of the marketplace. It has to be account bound. And then also like this too, because most base items aren't like this. You would expect for it to be like purple. Like, how can I put this? You would expect the construct bit to obviously be there, but you wouldn't expect to have the little honeycomb pattern that's attached to it actually be that wide to be able to cover an entire ceiling with it. That I was not expecting. If they go through and they increase the fucking base item limit, I'm probably gonna go through and do the entire fucking base like that or whatever. Like over here, this is gonna be entirely fucking purple honeycombed. Same thing goes for inside of here. I literally don't want to have a single plain looking, what's the name of it? Plain looking ceiling inside of this entire base. Like I want it to completely look fucking bottled. But I gotta wait for them to fucking increase the limit though. That probably require at least another 100, 150 base items maybe.
Man, I'm like fucking shit out of luck with my base items.
Ugh. I was like, just be happy you don't have an entire extra room to fucking decorate. That was a pain in the ass for the fucking longest.
Oh man, where would you put all those? Like I wouldn't have enough base items.
Yeah, it's just like I was just like you wouldn't have anything to do it. You'd have to subtract from the fucking main stuff that you already have in order to do it. That's the only reason why I was happy that what's the name of it that I decorated the base having that room in mind, and that was one of the first rooms that I actually had a vision for what I wanted to do. So therefore, that room became a priority, and then everything else came afterward. So I didn't end up having any, like I guess you could say, conflicting base item design restrictions because everything was already keeping that in mind. And like I literally keep a what is it? I literally keep a notepad whenever I was designing. So I would say, okay, I want it to look like this, so I'm going to need like 4 of these. I need 3 of these. I need 8 of these. I'm going to need 32 of these in order to cover this up, and then I'm going to need one of these, one of these, one of these, blah blah blah. And like I would be counting the amount of base items that I could put inside of a certain area and then adding it up in order to make sure that I was still good. Because that's what I had to do for the league hall. The league hall only had like you can only put like you don't even have like complete freedom. It's not like league halls say you have 850 base items, put them wherever the fuck you want to. They say you can only put 80 here, 20, 30 here, 40 here, etc. And so I had to go through and I had to keep track of everything to make sure that every room was what's the name of it? To make sure that every room had the right amount of base items that it was supposed to have. And so I just have like a shitload of fucking like different notepads with like fucking different notes on previous league halls that I've worked in.
Damn, these things are huge. Shit, I didn't think it was that big. I'm just rearranging my base and getting rid of like the beach in the basement. I'm not down with the beach. I just never knew what to do with it. But now I have these firefly grass patches. And I can fucking load the floor up with them, and it actually saved me some base items. Now I have some more room. I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink.
Alright. I'm gonna throw some shit inside of the broker possibly. Something I can make my mind up for what I want to sell right now. At a price that I'd be complacent in. I'm gonna go through and sell a few of these and say fuck it. Yeah, looks like I don't want to go on my fucking alts yet. Man. Do. So. So many things to sell, so little time. Actually, speaking of which, I need to get my... Where am I at? The other sectors. I really do need to move some of this shit over to my fucking alt just so I can actually sell everything fucking efficiently, because there's no point in having all of this stuff on my main time. Retro tech, yeah, I'll take that. Vault ticket, taking most def. Taking that. Those are for your pops, I'm not touching those. Uh, 321. Got like 10,000 XP to get still. Alright, and library column. Actually, I'll just tribute that later in order to get rid of that. Delete. I'm not deleting my fucking shuttle man, but I actually need to mark that as important. Brainiac trinkets I don't want to get rid of either. Boost melon stack. Gain increased damage to all your weapon attacks for 30 minutes. And I'm gonna keep that.
Man, I'm fucking pumped though. How good that portal looks in front of my portal. And it's legit too, because it's a portal.
Hold up, let me go to... Yo, my fucking... Like, I'd be surprised how fucking far these fucking little fucking trinket toys be fucking wandering. Did you get any of the trinkets from the vendor?
No, man, I didn't get any of the trinkets for some reason.
No. You should have fucking told me. I would have fucking reset you a few times, whatever you can get some.
Man, I had plenty of resets. I just... And, you know, like, I had 100 and some marks in the last day. I, for some reason, just bought base items to sell. I wasn't even thinking of...
Because, like, for me, I was just
those
like...
pets, I was just like, more base items.
Yeah, because, like, for me, like, it was like a trade-off. I was like, I can always go back and I can always get money. I already have fucking billions worth of fucking shit, and I was just like, I can always, like I'm always gonna have billions, but I can't go back and get those fucking pets. So I was like, I had to go through and I had to fucking get them. So hold on, let me show you two of them. inside of in person. I'm inside of your base. Are you inside of decorator mode?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, this is nice. You can't even see the fucking edge of it like that because of
No,
like how
man, it looks
nature you
perfect
fucking
now. It
yeah,
freed me up 2 spaces too.
yeah,
It's
cause like you
vines,
can't
you know, and it kind of meshes in with my other vines. I have to adjust some
yeah,
stuff slightly,
yeah,
but
but
it doesn't
it's
look bad at all.
yeah, cause like you can barely see the fucking roof of it because whenever you're walking up to it, the fucking leaves are inside of the way, so you don't even see the fucking top of it at first. By the time you
Hmm.
fucking see it, you actually have to be up on it, then you have to turn your camera angle up. Otherwise, it just looks like a straight up fucking random portal Nexus Eye here. That's hella legit.
I like that. That's a beast. I just gotta arrange the vines next to it just a little bit better, and it'll be nice looking. I'm downstairs fucking with this shit. Get rid of my
Hold,
beach.
hold up, let me go downstairs and then I can summon the pet and then you can just see me while you're inside of decorator mode. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, this is probably the most open spot in the base here so far. I didn't clutter it up yet.
Alright, I'm on the bridge. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, hold up. So that's the, what's the name of it? That's the base item or whatever. It looks just like the base item. Fuck, goddamn gorilla went into the fucking water.
Yeah,
You
I
see?
put the water like that too, so it was like actual water. You could like be in it.
Alright, here he is. Now he's on the fucking ground. It's literally just like the one that's inside of the base apparently. But then this is the
I like that though.
and then this is the shadow one. This is the
See, man, I should have got a fucking shadow gorilla.
let's see. I needed to get the shadow gorilla in order to match in order to fucking match this armor because I had the fucking shroud of shadows. It was like a little semi dark armory or whatever that I had, and so I wanted to have the shadow pet with it, especially since I had the what's the name of it? The shadow man badge.
Shadow bat.
Yeah. And I was just like I had to go through and have my fucking Dark theme pets. Needed to have the man bat for the what's the name of it for the DPS comps, but then I wanted to get the fucking shadow gorilla too. So I got both of the trinkets, and then I got the one green base item because I can't think of anywhere inside of my base that I need a fucking shadow gorilla. It's just like he doesn't match me. We don't have shadowy base items yet. I was just like, if we ever, I was like, we're ever able to put fucking materials on fucking base items and I can void out my base, I might just go through and make a fucking void base.
I
But
don't know what to do. Like, I have all this space right here.
to be honest, I'd probably say to fucking expand on this. I actually like how this looks. Like if you could turn this into like a like a lodge, like
You know,
basically
it's
like
kind of like my library. See, I had more stuff in here at one time, but like, I just ran out of base items.
where
You know, I'm like,
is this are these the fucking library bookcases from
these
Demon's
are the
Plan?
first ones. These are, I think
Yeah,
they're just library bookcases, maybe
yeah,
they're called.
yeah, because I think they dropped inside of the Demon's Plan alert, and I could never get those shits to
Oh, you
drop,
know,
and
I
it
think I'm
pissed me
gonna take
off.
these statues out right here. They're fucking on the exit here, and replace them
Oh, so
with,
I gave
let's
you an
see.
idea.
No, like, I was looking at those things that were in your league hall.
Mhm.
The fucking, these things here? Oh, I don't know. They're too big to go there. These?
Oh, the
It's
Braziers.
too big to go
Ah,
there, though.
it's too tall.
Damn, I don't know what that little statue was.
Hold up. Trying to think of something. You need a different elevation. God damn it with these. God damn it with this goddamn water. Ooh. What about here next to the grass? You put it next to the grass, the water. I think it wouldn't be half bad, but I don't know exactly where you want to put it. And I don't know why, but whenever I look at this grass with the fireflies, I feel like I'm feeling the fucking grass. It's weird. Like I feel like it's realistic grass. Like
I
it
really
looks
like that grass, man. I wonder if I have any big patches of these fucking, like the flowering fucking ones that I have upstairs. Because that would save me some base spots
Wait,
too,
are
because
these?
those
Is this the firefly grass patch?
are the firefly grass patches.
Fuck, I might
They're
actually.
big
I'm not,
ones too.
yeah, I was like,
But
fuck, I
like
might
my
actually have to keep
upstairs,
these.
I have those are all individual little ones. And I think I might have larger ones from them. I'm not positive.
Can I even get upstairs shortcutted? Can I double jump and get upstairs? And the answer is no. God damn you and your fucking Skyridge, I can't double jump. Ooh, this is a Superman cape base item. I didn't even notice that the first time I was up here.
Yeah, 'cause see, these are all little small fucking flower and fucking things. I could get some big ones in here. Oh, what the hell are those called? Probably under patch, I'd say.
What?
The flower and patches there, whatever, grass with fucking flowers in them. I don't remember what they're called.
Flower grass
They're
patch, I
on.
think.
Yeah,
There's a
but the
whole-
ones with the flowers in them.
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of different
Flower
colors. There's like green, orange. I mean, if you probably just type in orange and go to base item, you'll probably find it.
I'm looking at them right now. I don't have any big ones, so I wonder if there's any big ones in the broker. I
Nah,
swore they
the
came
ones
out
with
with
the-
large ones.
Nah, they came out with the grass pad large, and I think the Firefly has what's the name?
Firefly
Have,
one.
whatever has a large one, but the flowers one was just right. They never came out with a large flower, because I was wondering why. Because I was like, that's what I just said. That's what's setting it back. Is that when you would go through base items like fucking hell because you don't have large versions.
Mhm. That's what's really killing me, man.
Mm-mm.
And I like the flowers. I don't know, they add a little something.
They're
I do
nature.
like this grass though downstairs.
What is this? What is this like little moss that you have on
These
the wall?
are. Oh, I forget what they are. I fucking just put them sideways though. We go in my decorator mode to probably fucking see what they are. Probably got some more of them.
Because I was like, these aren't dividers, but they're moss, I think. Or whatever, I think it's moss.
They're just some shit. They're just some wall covering. I just fucking stuck them on the side there.
Because, like, if you could put, like, some candles or something on the set of the staircase and, like, light this up, like, I think that'd look really fucking cool. Because it would match
You know,
the
I had
fucking fireplace.
vines actually going through the steps and shit that were really cool, but then like I ran out of spots. I'm gonna see if I could do that again.
Oh, okay.
What are
Oh,
those?
okay, these things or whatever, they're on the wall. I didn't even notice these.
Yeah. I wish they were bigger though, like
Yeah,
the more
because I was
wall
gonna,
coverings.
yeah, because I was gonna say you saw the area that's like all the way up at the top that you weren't able to cover yet.
Actually, looking through my wall stuff now to see what I got.
Because that's the thing that I did notice about nature bases is that they had to spend a huge portion of their items on the floor, on the ceiling, and on the wall. They didn't even have that many base items that they could actually use to, I guess you could say, like interior decorate it. It was just all on the environment. That's like one thing that I actually kind of looked up on is the goddamn breakthrough window is so big that I don't actually have to have that many of them. I can
Yeah, you
completely.
just fucking plaster them all over and it looks good. I tried to make it in some spots where you just couldn't see walls and stuff like that. Just so I wouldn't have to cover the stuff. All these fucking comic book fucking pictures, holy shit.
Hold up, I'm gonna end the broadcast. Hold up.